is eventually going to close things out. A great 2v3 with Wardell leading the charge. More importantly, a pistol round for TSM.
Yeah, it felt as soon as that spike got planted that there was too little from 100 Thieves. Fragging to Asuna, who has been a bit of a pain in the backside so far for TSM. Spike is going to get planted, but it's a 2 versus 3, and both players from 100 Thieves kind of stuck on the site.
Dicey needs to hit some pretty tasty partial shots, and unfortunately for him, there's nothing he can do. He's so blind, but still managed.
All of this utility is from 100 Thieves onto nobody at this point. Ace is happy to sort of wait, and is going to get that frag into Asuna, who has been a bit of a pain in the backside so far for TSM. Spike is going to get planted, but it's a 2 versus 3, and both players from 100 Thieves kind of stuck on the site.
Dicey needs to hit some pretty tasty partial shots, and unfortunately for him, there's nothing he can do. He's so blind, but still manages to take down a third. This is starting to become possible for the side of 100 Thieves, and they are making these rounds tougher and tougher as they go by. Now, both players come from the heavens, the same angle. Dicey ready and waiting to try and watch onto the cross, try and stop players from getting towards this team. Fantastic pass, and Sabrosa is going to be in position. A few spam shots, actually connecting a little bit of extra damage.
30 seconds left.
But ultimately, not going to be able to do too much. In fact, Sabrosa's actually going to go pushing all the way through, using the paranoia to gain himself an extra little bit of ground, and the time is starting to tick. This is becoming a little bit of a problematic scenario now for 100 Thieves, but they find 2 quick kills, steal with a third.
10 seconds left.
The last is left, all onto Sabrosa, and there's nothing he can do. They may have had some decent positioning, TSM, for every frag.
Far so good. There is a Rolling Thunder available now. If Drone wants to use it, he is going to be beating him up. He closes the door, and it just gives it up so much for Steel to just peek around the corner and be able to free fire in the right position. Wardell trying to use his smoke to skirt across the top of rafters a little bit, but Steel yet again gets a second.
Within the site, I think they need to try and get rid of this, and it seems like they have. It leaves now with a slightly problematic situation for the
30 seconds left.
These they were hoping to try and force these players out. Instead, they are going to have to battle for this site. Asuna, he's trying to spray, he's trying to find. There is a man in that smoke, but unfortunately he's not found him, and he's just lurking around the boxes. It's a fantastic crossfire act from TSM. We'll get one with the operator, but the time now ticking, and
10 seconds left
on the other side. Operator into the next round. Maybe take a few players with him, but at this point, there's so long to save. I don't think the defenders are going to let him, and he's coming under pressure with so much different utility. They are fully on the hunt, and a missed shot just can't be allowed at this point.
They're using so much utility to get in, they can't get the frag. Sabrosa is just, it's the Matrix to him, he's just dodging, and he's on 30 health, so look phased at all by what 100 Thieves are trying to do in mid now.
I almost like the change. I think giving it up is just forcing 100 Thieves into a more heavy execute style, and as of right now, it hasn't been going too well. They're trying to rely on Hiko to find one, and he actually does catch out Hazed. That's a pretty big hit as well, with the amount of utility we've seen him use to try and hold on to the B site.
The shots, Dicey creating a lot of space, and the lockdown's even going to be used to try and keep this site protected. Do we see TSM try and push in now to try and get rid of it at this point? They're actually going to try and do it. Cutler's able to get one, but traded out by Hiko, who is on A main. He's going to get flanked actually by Sabrosa with a perfect paranoia. 2 versus 1. The lockdown isn't going to find too much. It's just Steel in a 1 versus 2, surrounded at this point by the defenders. Can't even get his hands on Hazed. Defuse is a straightforward one. An interesting play from TSM to beat them there.
This is getting ridiculously long. Trying to pull rotations, push comes in,
10
but it's
seconds
just
left.
a bait and switch. They needed the kill to come in, but however, Cutler at the back of the site could be a huge problem, and the time has now ticked too far. There is nothing that the side of 100 Thieves could do, and this is the risk they take, pushing in so late into the site. They did not expect 2 players to be all the way at back there.
10 seconds left.
They will be able to do just that, but they have to go for the plant now. They're leaving things very, very late. They need somebody to try multiple different angles, and they're just not going to be able to do it. Already one picked off. It's left on to Dicey. There's nothing he can do. And again, it's another round in a row now. An operator saved, and TSM, they're grinding them out on the defensive side. Well, with both players around that corner, they're going to start spamming just to try and kill him off before he makes his way to the smoke. They don't know how far he's gone. It's another one coming up for Nitro, and somehow he's still standing. Into a 1 versus 1, Omen on Omen. Sub Rosa facing off against Nitro, and Sub Rosa will eventually close it. A little bit too close for comfort for TSM, but ultimately...
Look at on to steal. Suna's able to trade the smokes and all of these fights. Suna is just trying to run in. What a mess, but somehow it's still a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, the spike's just gone. Like, Hayes is like, right, you guys keep fighting. You work the game, but the fact is, there is that flank. Eco comes down, and it's left all onto Nitro. The new man on the block, the massive transfer that came in to this 100 Thieves roster, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here. Hayes has played that round to perfection. A 9-4 in favor of TSM.
The rest of TSM is covering him. 3 easy frags to try and clear up the middle of this site. You would expect that TSM would make this 10-4.
Yeah, that'd have to be something pretty ridiculous. And our drone is going to find out where the last player is as well. That was the one sneaky remainder. Not too much about. It was Nitro, of course, and not quite to be. That shock dart was almost enough, but Cutler's trying his best to deny them any further presence on towards Wardell. However, Ryan, this one's looking rough.
Not made any movement. I think at this point it's going to be a save, but they could at least get the operator out of Wardell's hands. They're going to try and push and go for it, or just make sure that he can't get off this site, but he's still able to do damage onto Hiko. Cutler is like, not again. I don't want to deal with this turret, please. Look at this. He's just going for it. Wardell is forced to dash away to back off, and classic jumping right click.
30 seconds left.
Dicey's got a nice little off angle he can maybe get a kill on, but it's kind of been the story for 100 Thieves. Like, these players that have done some insane clutches over the past couple of days, not really finding their shots or that confidence to open up the site to make a play. I mean, it was that for Asuna, sure. I mean, he heard me clearly.
10 seconds left.
Rose is able to get through. He's getting free. He's mowing them down. It's just going to be Steel, who's been waiting on A main this whole time. Out a little bit. Find the Steel is there, but they don't know that he's in this cyber cage. It's very messy, very scrappy. The doors can be closed into the face. Nice, he's able to get one, and now the rolling thunder is going to be used for the attacks at TSM drone, making some space. But Asuna and Dicey actually able to make some plays. The Empress is out from Asuna. This is more like it from this player, but he doesn't know where any of these attackers are. He's got to deal with Omen right in this corner. Sub Rosa has a nice little off angle. And now the Hunt's Fury from distance from Cutler is going to try and stall it out at least.
He's dead.
He's dead. Dicey's got him. Important round for 100 Thieves to win, but still cost a lot of ultimates, a lot of stuff used.
On Team Liquid, so he definitely can wield the sniper. Gonna get anything in? No, he can't. Drone with the opener, and now it falls onto one man. Steel to try and hold the line, and he gets nothing as well. A slaughter on the A site, and the end of the map
10
looming.
seconds left.
It's left on a 2 versus 5 retake. Hiko alongside Asuna, the young and the old, the experienced and the rookie, and it's left on to just the rookie. 17-year-old to try and clutch versus 5 players. I don't think it's happening this time, but maybe he can pad the stats a little. It will be Drone to close out map number 1. 13-5 in favor of TSM. And I think we should even see some better numbers from him. And this is a very aggressive start. Straight away, taking presence in mid, control being gathered, but they have lost the early pick on the other side.
I like this push. They're going through A link, but still going to be hitting the A site. Might try and catch off these defenders, but there's so many of them. I don't think they're expecting 3 people to be stacked there, but they're still able to get the first kill. Can even get the second. Did he expect the Silver to be on the back of the site? Well, the shock darts are certainly going to give it away.
Does manage to pick off one, though. However, Wardell still being here is just wasting time. They need to kill him off. They need to clear his position. And he's still standing, waiting, but they've actually just tried to bypass him. Ready to push in, and eventually he can close him out. Another kill comes in for Nitro in his left. All onto Cutler, and he can't get anything done. The time, though, I don't think it's going to be close enough. I think the spike's going off, so it's been wasted. Steel will go up with the ship, and although Hiko will survive, well, all he's really saved is a ghost. Seems like they're happy to throw in a few of the players that didn't invest much into this round at all. Maybe make it look a bit like it was an eco stack. Instead, though, now they're starting to run into some of the SMGs. The paranoia even looking to try and hold them back, and the spike is getting close to going off. And Nitro's just domed too with the sheriff as well. And the problem is he's got a hell of a lot of trips to get through, and they're gonna know that he's coming. They know there's one on the flank, and two players should have that info. Wardell, the fast peek out. Now it is left all onto Hiko. Again, rough clutch position to be in, especially only with a ghost. Needs an almost double dink just to give himself a chance, but any extra cost would be valid here. However, now stuck in the mud. Both players just waiting patiently, and eventually TSM do convert.
Or at least do a little bit of damage, but not really enough as he's able to just scoot out of it. He's even going to teleport away just to make sure that he doesn't lose this gun. It's a big dedication, but it shows that TSM really do respect the economy of this game and don't want to give it up. But the issue is, you have nobody on site now. They're just going to rely on Cutler to try and at least stop the defuse. He can't get a frag, but you would imagine at this point he just can't go for the defuse.
Oh my goodness! He's just going to stick it all the way. It's so close, but all the kills end up coming the way of Hazed, in fact.
Do what you can to TSM.
The fact is, if things get going a little bit, we might see something out from Jet's ult. It has been popped. It's around where it's definitely understandable to use it. See if he can get some damage done. Maybe steal a round away. Nice start. That's a good spike drop, but maybe not. This is a shot you wouldn't necessarily expect him to miss. That's it. The flashes are already dissipated. They don't have any more of those. So Dicey's given a chance to roam free. No blind this time. And it's 3 kills for him on the site hold. It's a first round for 100 Thieves. And Dicey is the one leading the charge. Sitting in, he can make this take of the A site very, very awkward. And more importantly, make a chance at a retake much higher by forcing them out of the site. And that's exactly what he's going to be doing. He's waiting for his teammates to get in. Now he forces them off the site. And actually, Asuna is just gone running straight in. They want this round. They've committed a hell of a lot of ultimates to try and make sure they gain some space. I like this though from Cutler. He's trying to destroy it from a distance. Nitro's going to go sneaking through though, and that's a double spray down. It leaves it all onto 2, and in fact, they've just let the spike get back towards the seaside. Last time, they did have some struggles when it came to Dicey on that operator, but this time they've got a sneaky little wrap around. So Broza looking to come back in from behind. He's found the first. He's got to be careful though. But actually, Hiko's left blind as well, and they just ruin every member of this seaside. The remaining 2 players, Ryan, they've got no choice.
Towards Nitro, pushes onto the site. Isn't looking, but still whiffs the shot. As 100 Thieves, Nitro's able to kill onto Wardell. It's a 1 versus 3 now, so Broza has to clutch it. He's holding so close to this wall. Don't do it sooner here and die, and the spray is so awkward. TSM deal with the operator. Does see a couple of heads, misses the shot and has to disengage using the nano swarm. He's just going to try and face Hazed, but misses the shot again just because the peak is so
30
quick.
seconds left.
TSM making some space here, Tom. Here.
Found a double entry into the site as well, but was looking so good for the side of 100 Thieves has quickly fallen to just 1 man. Nitro has managed to catch out the lurker. Now this gives them a lot more space to actually go for the retake. They know there's no longer a man waiting behind them, and they can start expending little pieces of utility. Asuna looking to potentially try and set up the remaining members of his team. The peak comes up, and Wardell wins the battle. The stationary offer is going to take that fight all day long, and they again are looking to hold on in this afterplant situation. Drone, another one, bites the dust.
Not going to be A. These last 3. But Nitro's expecting the same sort of play with the alarm bot. So knows that Nitro's good. Sabroz is going to be pushing in.
Someone will be for free. Now in the last map, we saw Wardell in a similar situation. He managed to get 4 kills with the operator. Trying to be sneaky once again. The first goes his way, but Hiko is there waiting. No clutch this time, and the half will end with a victory for 100 Thieves. But they're actually selling a fairly hefty fake as well. Nitro throwing out all of his smokes, and although an initial shot will slightly land, it's Dicey to get the opener. Now Hayes just trying to utilize his utility of Plant in the open. They've made it all too easy for the Plant to be denied, and Hayes just hitting some pretty tasty shots. No spike Plant, and he's just got stuck on the wall. Much as I have,
Right?
like I thought, like, seeing him again, like from a Counter-Strike background, being someone who was very good at like individual aim and entry frag, and I was like, oh, Phoenix, that makes sense. But he has proven to me that him playing in the lurk position with this agent has been truly impressive. He is going to get caught out here though, and maybe this is a lifeline for 100 Thieves that could bring them back from the depths. Because although they've seen him, they're actually going to start pushing in the other direction. They believe this is going to be a hit in towards the C site, especially now that Wardell's got a lot of information. I imagine the plant spot this time is going to be a little bit safer, not wanting to give away that same positioning they did in the pistol. I'm interested to see how he would use a stinger. I guess the main deploy would be to play towards garage.
At this point, because people have moved away. I mean, why not? Go for it. The smoke is going to come in. I don't think there's enough time for Wardell, but it's scared 100 Thieves for their team. He's still going to go on the defuse. He's got it.
He's got it.
Get that.
Oh, he actually got it at the end. That's absolutely ridiculous from Wardell. Reason being, this site is rough to hold on to. And with kills coming in like that from Sub Rosa, it might be about to get a little bit worse. He's actually going to TV past. He's playing so well as the Omen so far in this game. Probably been my favorite thing about this match so far. And now it's left onto just 2 players remaining. Dicey needs to get one. It's no more ammo left for Sub Rosa though. However, the spike again is already being diffused. So spamming in the shot darts to try and force one of the players to back off.
I have the spike.
Well, they are going to be able to retrieve that spike at least. And after Plant here comes the paranoia. In fact, they're just going to run straight through. They don't allow for any sort of Plant, and they know where Hiko is. They know he needs to push. And Wardell will shut him down.
Wardell going to be playing short. He hasn't done this so far on this side. And yet again, this 1v1 with Dicey with the operators has mostly gone to Wardell at this point. Absolute masterclass so far, but as soon as he made a lot of space for himself, Wardell was expecting it though, yet again.
Diffusers in front of him have definitely gonna miss, and this man Wardell is looking to try and put them in the grave. Already spot one of the remaining members, and it's the same 2 players that try and hold on to timing. They're trying to get back in, but it's drone to close things out. A 13-6 victory in favor of TSM, showing why they are one of the teams to beat at this moment.